My method, being teaching golf now for almost 40 years, it's evolved from possibly making mistakes and learning to correct those and find out what works and what doesn't. But I've devised kind of a simple approach to golf that people can understand if they're 8 or 80, and it works. And I've just done too many things, unfortunately, over the years that haven't, so I've learned from that mistakes. Underneath that is your left hand. You're also going to form a V with that hand. The instructors will be on top of this. These V's in a perfect world, okay, are going to aim somewhere into your right shoulder, okay? That's big, huge. Your right hand V, as you're seeing, is also going to be aimed into your right shoulder, okay? So here's the mistakes that amateur golfers make consistently, which keeps us in business, is they take their V's and they aim them too much up to their nose. Thumbs on top of the shaft, okay? So here's what happens. I place my thumbs on top of the shaft, or if I use a wristwatch, the Dahls, two wristwatches, I hide the wristwatch on my left, okay, which the amateur high handicap does, shows the wristwatch on my right, okay, then I hit the ball and it goes right over there to the right. That brings the club face. That's guaranteed to bring the club face in what? That's called open, okay? 99 out of 100 golfers that come to me for lessons play with a open club face. Why? Because they do not know how to hang onto the club. Now, who's slicers? Slicers, 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 slicers. Okay, so we've got to teach you to do what? Hook. Well, I think to get better at golf, you have to just learn the basics. Unfortunately, people have played golf without learning how to embed the fundamentals into their golf game. So it just starts with the basics, and not to get too fancy, keep it simple so you can understand it, and then the learning curve seems to improve that people get better right away. If you stick to the basics, if you get fancy and complicated, it never works. Touring players can play like here and probably shoot par. They play like this. They can play anywhere because they know where the face is. So you've got to recognize that for your learning curve, it's going to start largely here and then in here, okay? That's where you can get some speed with the club and understanding what square contact is. And that's what we can do. So that's the hand story. So we're using the hands, and we'll make sure that you're getting some action in your hands and your wrist, getting some softness and athleticism in your body. I think, as you can see, that the group that we have here, they spend a lot of quality time together. They get to meet their customers, and nothing's more enjoyable when someone didn't really think they'd have any luck playing golf, and as you can see, improved their golf game. And if you're trying to get to know some customers, it's a great venue to do it.
But you're on that upper line, then you have to flip the club to try to square the face. I mean, all in all, it's not that bad. I think it could be a little bit better.
Trying to hit a ball down that line. As this club moves back, it's going to swing into the corner of this mirror. Back and through. Into the corner, back to the ground. Okay? Now, when you struggle with slicing, okay, and you're worried about the balls going over there, you will play with the shaft in the middle of the mirror. That's why you're going to chop it. A lot of bad stuff. So all good golfers play in the mirror corner, maybe under the corner, but they never play with the shaft coming down into the mirror. So it's a game of angles.
Just this, watch. From here, swing it, get it over to your left side. Swing through it. There. Did you feel that? You like to kind of stop and fall back. I want you to step on through to the other side.
Some people have a little bit more talent. Those people, you have to set your goals and say, I think with some work you can break 90. Some they might be able to break 80. Just depends on their time requirements that they have, and of course sometimes their age and flexibility. But as long as someone's improving, they're enjoying golf. If they're not improving, it can be extremely frustrating. As the handicaps go up, the heads go what? Down. Okay? If you watch television, and they shoot a golfer from this view, you can see his face. You watch a 30 handicap, you can just see the top of his head. So the quarterback, you're standing over there, parallel, so that gives us a parallelity, right? Right? Which gives us an athletic position. You're not sitting there trying to get the snap with your arms all stiff, right? You're going to get ready with your golf grip with secure fingers. You're standing over there, okay? And now you're getting ready to move. You're getting ready to move. okay? So as I start to move back and forth, okay, when I'm hitting a golf ball, it's basically, if you were going to have me hit a golf ball with a ping pong paddle right here above that table, okay, and I had to hit it across the table, visually you would figure out how to work that path, right, and how to hold the face. You would not hit it and hit the ceiling without addressing the face. You would not hit it and watch it go into the table without addressing the face. You would not sit there and then chop on the top of the table and say, what the hell's that about, okay? You would make a swing that would graze the top of that table. You would not lean into the net, okay? So it keeps me in business, okay? You would naturally swing your body behind the net, right? Wouldn't you? And then you'd hit the ball. That's golf. We just lower it down. People who are trying to get better, and you say the right thing, the simplest thing, maybe some other sport they've played that kind of catches. And so every time you're not only giving a lesson, but you're getting a lesson at the same time. Look at this guy.
Holy smokes.